Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Diesel Mercedes YouTube channel. I have here in front of you my own 2007 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500 with 3-liter turbo diesel V6 engine, and I'm finally dealing with that infamous engine oil cooler oil leak. So I set up the lights as good as I could for you. Hopefully I will be not making any shades while I'm moving that camera, and you will be able to keep observing this whole fiasco. So it's a famous problem on these V6 engines. The turbo and bunch of other parts were replaced, and that finally gives us, before I will start cleaning it and removing that oil cooler, which is right in center of the screen. Let's zoom on it. Do you see that? That's the part. This is the oil cooler. Aha, that's the shade again. That's what I was afraid of. So that's the part which has on the bottom, we don't see them, those figure 8 shaped O-rings. They harden and they start leak. Problem is, it's a lot of time to get to it. This is the first time I can show it to you, so everybody can understand what's going on and you can see it firsthand. Do you see that black oil, engine oil full of soot? And do you see how it travels? That's what I want to achieve in this video. I want to show you how it leaks, where it goes, and therefore how you can diagnose it by yourself. This is impossible to see when the turbo and the fuel filter and everything is here still in the way. That's the front of vehicle one more time, radiator, the fan, and here we are, and we finally can see how it is leaving this part. So underneath this square cooler, there are these O-rings. They hardened and they cannot seal anymore properly, and engine oil start leaking. Now if I'm correct, right there in the center of the screen is a razor blade. Somebody who did a previously job and worked on this vehicle, and I believe I have a paperwork from a Dodge dealer like 20,000 miles ago. They did the flaps, the intake flaps, and maybe it's true, there's no play in those. I can feel it or see it. If you look with me, there could be normally play, but there's zero. If somebody did the intake flaps and had the intakes, both intakes off, for God's sake, why they didn't? And the paperwork shows it was only 3 years ago and like a 20,000 miles. This vehicle has a 209,000 miles. Why you will not, when both intakes, air intakes are off on the bench, you are replacing everything, why you will not go and remove and reseal this engine oil cooler? I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's not the owner who refused that, but look at that. That's, in my opinion, razor blade which just fell from somebody's hand and they couldn't fish it out, or just simply left it there, who knows. Anyway, if you look from me, this is the valley of this V6. That's where the oil starts accumulating, and where is it going? It starts floating, and I hope you can see it. That's already bell housing of the transmission, and it goes that way. It starts going down on the driver's side of the transmission of bell housing, which is kind of visible when you are underneath a vehicle. If you look on the other side, it's not. The flow of that river of the oil, which I could call it, it's going only on driver side. It's not on passenger. However, then it's confusing because you have underneath the vehicle below the tranny and engine is that fiberglass leaf spring with its mount, and it's basically getting on top of it and then it's dripping all over the floor. But this should help somebody if you see oil on the driver's side of tranny, bell housing. It's coming down, I can tell you. Most likely you have this infamous leak. I'm sorry for you because this is pain, this repair is not easy. I already made a mistake. I broke one part which I will share in different video while I was removing the turbo. So I wanted to share this info with you who will possibly own this vehicle. This is, again, we are looking at that cooler. It's coming here underneath. There is that connecting part on the intakes. If you look with me, we still see it down there. It's coming towards the front of the engine, so that the intakes need to be removed. Then the cooler itself finally will be removed and installing new O-rings. Some people will even replace that cooler itself. The reason being is, if you watch videos of the professionals who work on this all the time, they will say by the heat that cooler can be actually a little bit twisted out of the straight, and even if you put the new O-rings, it could start leaking soon, within a year, if you do a job which customer pays, who knows, depending who does it, 2 grand, 3 grand. The flaps, I saw the receipt from Dodge dealer, it was like almost $3,000. So if you pay so much and it will start leaking soon, you will definitely come and say, hey, I want to have it replaced again by the warranty or within the warranty. So the pros, some pros say, hey, we replace also part itself because we don't want to risk these problems. I will say that's all from me. I hope you find this video helpful and you see the flow of the oil coming down. Please make sure you are subscribed because I will have more about these engines and vehicles on this channel for you in the future. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend. Just a little extra, by the way, I bought my parts nicely from one source. I use this time idparts.com. They are specialized in Mercedes-Benz and they also have a search engine for sprinters like other companies might not have. You see there's a lot of parts in this kit because as you go you better replace every single gasket and whatever you touch. Let's pull those O-rings out and I can show it to you. And believe or not, these are the, I said figure 8, well maybe it's not figure 8, but these are the O-rings, the rubber O-rings which actually hardened, shrank, and now they are creating that leak. Okay, I will catch you in the next video. Last update on this job, and I promise I will let you go after that. So I keep fishing a lot of stuff. You will be surprised how much stuff fell down there. Obviously nobody can get to it anymore. The moment you lose it there, it's gone. So I keep cleaning. I want to show you. This is a cleaning job. It's a bunch of goofy videos how to do this job. Thanks to those people who made it. But you better have a lot of these blue shop towels ready. Maybe 2 rolls. The oil is everywhere. It's nasty. Look just right here. Look at this opening. This is deep protrusion. And it's full of crazy goo. Let me show you. Do you see that? Keep the camcorder steady, Peter. It's not easy to film. Do you see that soup? The oil soup? Look at that. It's crazy. So just to remove that will be fun. We'll have to evacuate it. I see how thick it is, right? I put those bolts back so I'm not dropping in those holes. I'm not contaminating the thread. On the left side there was an oil, but it's basically full of sand. Whatever, dust and sand in last I don't know how many years flew inside of this engine. It just sits in these deep protrusions, patiently getting it out. So as you can see, you have to be patient with this, and we'll be doing a lot of cleaning. That must be, or it is part of this job. So thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.